Hello guys, this is Tyler from the DWO.
Wolfpack!
Wolfpack! I'm bringing a deck profile today. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my Black Turles deck. I haven't played too much with it. I think today was my first actual time testing it. So we'll get into it. I have a full foil set of Turles because I loves me some Turles. Turles is my main mouth.
What about Broly?
So it's black mastery. Black mastery, you know, +1/+1. You can ditch a card, make your opponent banish bottom 2. If you ditch a styled card, they have to discard a card. All stuff you guys should already know. Unless you just started playing the game, then we are probably not the right channel. We got the Turles level 1. All your styled attacks do +2 stages of damage, and you can't have your damage prevented, which is good stuff. Turles level 2. This is probably my least favorite of all the Turleses. Does an energy attack, costs 2 stages. It does 5 stages of damage, which is really weird for an energy attack. Damage can't be prevented, and if you hit, your opponent can either pay 3 stages, or you get to use a critical damage effect and raise your anger level 2. So, you know. Steal Dragon Balls, lower your opponent's anger. Kill Ginyu allies, since that's the only deck that I know that actually plays allies still.
Go on.
Fuck Gohan. Nobody has played Gohan. And if I offended anybody who just played Gohan, get good. Turles level 3, arguably the best Turles. He has a power to banish the top 3 cards of your opponent's discard pile, and his continuous ability deals +3 stages of damage to all your attacks, and your damage can't be prevented. So, endurance is not a thing against Turles, unless you get them stuck at level 2, which, good for you. Good for you. And then there's the probably almost impossible to reach in this deck, but probably can be done at some point in time. The fabled level 4 Turles. Now, he has a physical attack for X stages and X life cards, where X is equal to the number of power stages above 0 your opponent's MP is at. And then it shuts down endurance for the remainder of the turn. It has a max of doing 10 stages and 10 life cards. In black, does 11 stages and 11 life cards, which transfers to 12 life cards. All unpreventable, because he shut off endurance. We're going to start with 1-ofs in the deck. First 1-of. I'll dig your grave. This is not a 1-of by choice. That card expensive as shit. So you can't win by MPPV when you use this card. That's standard. It's a physical attack, does 6 stages. All damage from all the rest of your attacks for the remainder of the turn cannot be prevented, so it shuts off endurance for the rest of the turn for your opponent. And hit, you can advance yourself a personality level, but if you do, your opponent gets to do so as well. And since it says advance, they get around wall breakers, so they can still go up just a little bit. Wolfpack. Tree of Might, also foily. Foily tree. I don't use the secondary effect. The secondary effect says that players can search for a freestyle drill and place it into play before combat. I don't like that. But is a setup. It attaches to your MP. You can only have 1 attached per, and then all your attacks deal +2 stages of damage. So the idea is to pound down the stages, make it really hard for them to come back, and then you convert those stages into life card damage later. And since I can't use endurance, you're just going to burn through their deck. Time is a warrior's tool. It's a staple. If you don't know what it does, I don't know why you're playing. Just shuts down combat for your opponent. And I got a promo one because I got friends, and friends are nice people. And by friends, I mean Arvel. Shout out to Arvel. Shout out to Cole. Shout out to everybody out in the LP watching this bitch. Stare down. I only play one stare down. I feel as though playing too much of it in this deck can clunk up your winning strategy. So I kind of just stick with one. You get to look at your opponent's hand, and then you discard a card from their hand. Dr. Wheelo. This is only in here because I don't have a third black declaration. It does the exact same thing, except for I had to banish Dr. Wheelo. So, you banish Dr. Wheelo, and you get to shuffle an ally, drill, or setup back into the owner's deck.
Black Declaration can also shuffle.
We're getting there.
Okay, fine.
We are getting there. Black Upward Dodge is also a one of, because I have better blocks. But when I get this off, like I got this off today, I'll be swinging for like 9 stages and like 5 life cards. We move on to 2 ofs. Turles Fruit. It's quite possibly my least favorite card in the deck, but I need it to get around being stuck at 2. So what this does is, I can't win by MPPV. Ooh. I have to use it at the beginning of my planning step. I cannot declare combat that entire time. And then I can raise my anger 6 levels. Which is an auto level up, even against blue. Blue can suck it. Suck it, yeah. 2 visiting the past. Again, staple. You need to be better. Use when entering combat. Search your discard pile for a card. Place it in your hand. If you have more than 3, put a card on the bottom of your life deck. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, Black Declaration. Good for many reasons. It's a setup. But it is never a dead card in your hand, because if it's ever discarded by a card effect, it's automatically placed into play. It has Endurance 2, and it does the same thing that Wheelo does, except, 1, not banished. 2, it can do it to a Dragon Ball. So you can tell people who are playing Namekian and Piccolo to go sit in the corner. Nobody likes them. That deck is poop. Black Combo. You'll notice a lot of physical attacks in this deck. It's a physical beatdown because I do plus stages, and I want to get you out of my game as fast as possible. It does AT plus 1 stage. Doesn't seem like a lot, but when you think about the fact that my level 1 makes that an AT plus 3, and my level 3 turns that into AT plus 4.
And your mastery.
And my mastery on top of that. I get to raise my anger 2 levels, and if I hit, I can take an attached card and put it onto the opposite player. So, if you wall breaker me, and I black combo you, I'm a wall breaker you back. And you can sit with your own wall breaker on you, because I don't give a shit about your life right now. Alright, so since Dwayne is watching a video with Blink-182, I'm going to get this out of the way on the internet. That is the most overrated band of the 1990s. No, I hope they all get cancer, except for Mark Hoppus, because Mark Hoppus can continue to make Angels and Airwaves albums, because they're 1,000 times better than Blink-182 ever was. No. Travis Barker is a piece of shit.
He is a piece of shit. But
we move on to Black Backstrike. Misplay, because I accidentally showed you a card that I play. Black Backstrike does AT plus 3. It counts as a named card. That doesn't really matter. It does AT plus 3. Raise your anger level 1, and its damage cannot be prevented.
This is cancer. This is cancer. Blink-182 isn't cancer.
I was a bunch of girls doing exercises in thongs.
And
cancer.
Most importantly... Hey, you two. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Sagacious Strike. It's a 2 of...
That card's a fucking boss.
2 of... limit 2 per deck. Villains only. It does AT plus 3 and is considered to do critical damage no matter what it does. You could also choose for it to do no damage and just get a free crit effect off, because then it can't be stopped. And I have one that's foil. It's probably my favorite foil in the entire set. Alright, moving on to 3-ofs, which means black staples. Black scouting maneuvers. If I know your deck, I'ma get it out the way. Okay? There are cards that you play I don't want you to play, so I'm just gonna banish them right off the bat, as long as it's not a Dragon Ball. If it's a physical, energy, or event card, as long as it's not a setup. We can do it as long as it's not a setup. Fuck setups. Black Command. This is probably my favorite black card. This has been my favorite black card since the starter decks came out. If it's ever discarded due to a card effect, you raise your anger 2 levels and shuffle it back into your deck. And it has Endurance 1. But if you play it as an event, they have to banish the top 5 cards of their discard pile. And if they can't do that, they banish as much as they can and then destroy the top 3 cards. I play 3 of that because that card is stupid good for cycling. We do Black Foreshadowing. Get everything out with all the banishing cards. And then I hit you for...
They killed the devil with...
Actually, that's just a demon.
They destroy the top card of their deck, equal to the amount of different types of cards that they have in their banish zone, and then I gain that many stages. I love that card. It also has Endurance 3, which means it's boss as fuck. Black Searching Technique. I get to search through 2 non-Dragon Ball cards in your deck, banish them. Fairly simple. Black Knee Catch. Stop a physical, raise 2 anger. Pretty self-explanatory. Black Dismissal. One of my favorite cards out of the new set. Does base 4 stages, so 5 stages and a life card. You gain 4 stages, which is also good. Raise your anger 1 and lower your opponent's anger 1. So you sit there and get to play anger control. You also have the ability to, move on in the game. Is that the guy from...
That's Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is the guy from The Hangover.
Oh, I thought it was Harley from
Epic Mealtime.
From Epic Mealtime. Anyway, shout out to the South Bouse.
The briefcase of bacon.
Black Chin Kick. This is Ginyu Hate for days. AT plus 3 stages. Allies lose all their effects until the end of turn. They cannot have damage thrown back to them. And then if it hits, you get to raise your anger equal to the amount of anger you currently have. So, hit that late, you get to do some stuff. Black Fist Lock. Dwayne tells me I should take it out of my deck every time I ask him to pick a card, but he doesn't realize that it's AT plus 4 and it has Endurance 3.
I never say take it out.
You tell me all the time to take out Black
No,
Fist
I
Lock.
don't.
I go, what should I take out? You go Black Fist Lock. I'm like, but Endurance 3, and you're like, oh.
I get named for stuff all the time.
Black Stop. Stops a physical attack, raise anger level 1, and then you have to play with your hand revealed until the end of turn. Which
Not
is
as good as Red Stop.
great. Black Lunge. Physical attack for AT plus 4 life cards. That's right, I go straight for the life. Straight fucked up! Anyways, and raise anger level 1, which means good stuff.
Point out of Compton.
Good stuff happens. Black Hug Maneuver. Do you want a hug? Good. I just got angry at you because you said you don't want a hug in the middle of my game,
21
which means
Pilots.
I get
Music.
2 anger. What up? Black Resistance. Another one of my favorites. This is an energy block. Yeah. Energy. I play energy cards. You thought I didn't, but I do. Stops an energy attack, raises my anger level 1, but it has Endurance 3, and that's what matters. Black Corruption. This card is stupid good. First of all, it doesn't have to be discarded by a card effect, which means that if I discard down to 1 and it catches the Black Corruption, you banish the top 2 cards of your deck. That's how that card works. But I can also stop an energy attack to raise my anger level 1 and lower yours 2. And then, of course, the thing that makes the deck stupid good. Actually, it doesn't really change the deck at all. I just really like the card. Turles Kill Drive. I'm not calling it an energy ring. I don't work for Ocean. Okay? That's a kill drive. I'll call it the Halo of Death if I have to. Energy attack costs 1 stage. So it does 5 life cards and AT stages. Now, you may think, oh, yeah, that's pretty good for an attack that costs 1 stage. But it gets even better, because if I don't crit you off of that attack, then I get to keep the energy ring out to be used a second time. I just called it energy ring. Because it deserves to be called energy ring if it doesn't crit. But when it crits, kill! Kill drive. Dead niggas. Everywhere. Straight out of Compton.
Ice Cube, tell him where you're from.
Straight out of Compton. Easy is his name, and the boys coming straight out of Compton. Anyways, that's my deck. I hope you guys will spread the word about the channel.
And syphilis.
Don't spread syphilis.
Gonorrhea.
Don't get syphilis. Don't live by Dwayne's example and keep the STDs off your junk. On that note, he's going to continue to deny it. Nobody has sex with Dwayne. He has STDs on his junk. Peace.